Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Happier Life podcast. I'm your host, Claire Deacon. After deciding survival wasn't enough, I set out on a path to live my best life. I wanted to thrive. Now I'm on a mission to support others. Think you're not good enough, confident enough, brave enough? I'm here to tell you you are, and you can achieve anything. This is your time, so let's do this. Hello, welcome back to the Happier Life podcast. I'm Claire Deacon, and if you're new here, I'm a trauma-informed coach and nervous system educator, here to walk alongside you as you heal, reset, and reclaim your self-worth, one gentle step at a time. And today's episode, it's a big one. It's a mirror. Because if the title alone made something ache a little in your chest, that's not just a reaction, it's recognition. That ache is your body saying, she's talking about us. Let me just paint the picture for a moment. You're the capable one, the one everyone leans on. You're the emotional airbag, the fixer, the go-to person when everything falls apart. You remember the birthdays, the special events, you smooth over the conflicts, you carry the mental load of 5 people, and you still make it all look effortless. You're on the ball. But inside you can be unraveling quietly, maybe even invisibly. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that being valuable meant being needed, that being worthy meant being available, that love was earned through service, sacrifice, and silence. But here's the truth, you probably haven't been told enough. It's not love, that's emotional survival. This week, I hit that wall myself. Even with all the healing, all the awareness, all the boundaries I've rebuilt, the emotional labour snuck in again. It was a regular day, nothing dramatic, just the slow erosion of small things, barrage of messages, people pulling at my energy, expectations that I didn't agree to, but still felt obligated to fulfill. Now, I smiled through it. I coached, I supported, I gave, I juggled until I realised by 3 p.m. I hadn't eaten. I hadn't breathed properly. My jaw was tight. My stomach was in a knot. I'd left myself behind again. And what I want you to know is this. Even when you've done the work, these patterns creep back in. Not because you're weak, but because you were wired in to young age. And this takes work, it takes practice. It's not a one and done. It's a continuous maintenance of yourself, of who you are, of showing up for yourself every day. Being everything to everyone isn't a role you choose. It was a role that you were assigned to survive. And that means neurologically, your body has been rehearsing this performance for decades. So, of course, you default to overgiving. Of course, you forget your needs. That doesn't make you broken. It makes you human and deeply, beautifully aware if you're ready to change it. So let's bring in some of the science. When we talk about burnout, overwhelm, emotional exhaustion, we're not just talking about a mental state. We're talking about a nervous system response, specifically prolonged activation of the sympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for fight or flight. When you're constantly anticipating needs, suppressing your own emotions, absorbing tension in relationships, or performing happiness, you're actually in a low grade state of survival. And when that continues day after day without repair, your body enters what researchers call allostatic load. That's the cumulative cost of stress on your brain and body. Your memory gets foggy, your sleep breaks down. You feel disconnected. You snap or you go numb. Your body is trying to survive a life that's out of sync with your truth. There's also another layer here, something called emotional labor. Now, the psychologist Arlie Hochschild coined the term. It refers to the unseen work involved in managing other people's emotions, making them feel comfortable, avoiding conflict, softening your truth so no one else feels awkward. And it's disproportionately carried by women, especially women in caregiving roles, women with trauma histories, and women socialized to equate niceness with safety. Emotional labor isn't just tiring, it rewires your sense of self. You start to believe that your feelings are a problem to fix rather than a truth to honor. So, what happens then? Well, you get good at disappearing. You become fluent in self abandonment. You get so used to tuning out your needs, you can't even feel them anymore. You're not sure what you do need. And neuroscience backs this up. People who chronically override their inner experience often have disrupted interoceptive awareness. So that's your ability to sense what's happening inside your body. Hunger, thirst, fatigue, even emotional cues like sadness or anger, they go offline. So when I say you've been running on empty, I don't mean metaphorically. I mean your brain literally stopped noticing what you needed. And that's terrifying because you can't meet needs that you don't even register. But here's the good news. You can rebuild that connection. You can repair it gently. You can rewire safety in your body so that it becomes possible to pause, to say no, to take up space and not feel guilt, but relief. So, how do we start? We don't start by fixing, we don't start by doing more, we start by noticing. The next time you say yes, pause. Was that yes from your truth or from your fear? The next time you feel resentment build in your chest, ask yourself, What boundary didn't I honor? The next time you realize you haven't eaten, haven't breathed, haven't even checked in with yourself all day, don't scold yourself. Celebrate that you noticed. That's step one. Acknowledgement, understanding, awareness. That's everything. And I want you to hear this part loud and clear. Boundaries are not walls to push people away. Boundaries are bridges to bring you back home to yourself. They are the way we declare, I exist. My energy is not infinite. My worth is not tied to how much I produce or how little I complain. I don't need to become someone else to be okay. You don't need to perform calm or curate your pain or earn your rest. You are already worthy of gentleness, of being met, of taking up space without justification. And if you're worried that saying no will make people upset, well, they might be, and that's okay. Others people's discomfort is not your responsibility. Your only job is to stay in integrity with yourself. Because when you do that, something really magical happens. You stop betraying yourself for breadcrumbs of approval. You stop performing peace whilst your body burns out. You stop living in survival and you start to bloom. You're not here to be everything to everyone. You're here to be you, fully, really, fiercely. And I know it's scary to put yourself first when you've been taught that love is conditional. Let me reframe it for you. This isn't selfish. This is sacred. This is reparenting. This is nervous system repair. This is reclaiming the parts of you that were never nurtured, never mirrored, never allowed. So today, try this. One moment of noticing, one conscious breath, one choice to pause, one gentle no. And if that's all you do, that's enough. It's massive. And if this episode stirred something in you, I want you to know this, you're not alone. So many women are walking through life like this, burned out from being good, exhausted from being useful, aching for space they've never been given permission to take. So let this be your permission. Let this be the moment where you stop waiting for someone else to choose you and start choosing yourself. I've got so much more to share with you over the coming weeks. Gentle, grounded, soul-led guidance to help you reconnect with your needs, your body, your boundaries, but not today. Today, just let yourself feel it. Let it land. Let your body know you're listening now. You are allowed to be more than a role, more than your usefulness, more than being the strong one. You are allowed to exist simply because you do. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm proud of you truly. Share this with someone who needs it. Save it for yourself. And if it resonated, leave a review. I always love hearing what moved you. And until next time, be kind to yourself. You're not here to survive. You're here to bloom. Until next time. If you've enjoyed this episode, ensure you hit subscribe, head on over to my website happiercoach.com, sign up for the weekly newsletter, and let me support you in living a happier life. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. Thank you for listening. Have a fabulous day.